All right, guys, we got Bitcoin on a pump here. 30,823, just shy of 31,000. Ethereum 1672. XRP back up to 53 cents. I was telling you guys to buy XRP at 48 cents. You got to listen to old Mikey right here. Solana $28. We'll talk a little about Solana. Yeah, Solana is a good pump and dumper. Like I've said forever, Solana is a good pump and dumper, but I don't trust Solana any further than I can throw it, which isn't very far. Cardano pushing 27 cents, 26 cents. We're probably going to see a 30-cent Cardano pretty soon if this continues. And I'm not the only one saying that. We're going to talk about that in a second. Dogecoin just over 6 cents. Litecoin back up to 65. And overall, most of your altcoins are up. You got VeChain up 4%, pushing that 2-cent mark. Okay, guys, why are we pumping? Well, it looks like, retail money and institutional money is getting into Bitcoin because they know the Bitcoin halving is coming up in less than 6 months. And not only do we have the Bitcoin halving, we have ETF news. And overall, guys, this is just how the market cycles work. A lot of people say, how are you so confident on what's going to happen in crypto? It's as simple as the 4-year cycles. A lot of people try to make it complicated. I've been talking about this for the last year. It's not complicated. As we approach that Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin rallies, followed by the altcoins, and then the year after we go into full-blown altcoin, Bitcoin bullishness for a year. So this is a sign of things to come. I talked about Hex the other day. I said, everybody was making fun of me for talking about Hex. Like the minute the SEC comes out about Hex drops 90% or whatever it is. And everybody tells me I was shilling a scam. And I said, wait. We'll see how Hex does in the bull market. Every coin pumps and dumps. And now Hex is like up 200% in the last week. It's down a little bit today. But pretend this isn't Hex. Pretend this is your favorite altcoin. This just goes to show, guys, what happens with altcoins. Hex pumped 200% in a week. And that's going to be happening with all of your altcoins. All of your altcoins, when we go into alt season, are going to be pumping 200% in the week. Well, maybe not Ethereum because it's already so much, but Cardano could easily go from 40 cents to $1.50 in a week or $2 in a week. It's very, very simple. Litecoin could go from $65 to $250 in a week. Like these things happen in bull markets. So even if you don't like Hex, and I understand not liking Hex, you don't like Hex, that's fine. It's a risky play. But substitute Hex with any other altcoin that you have. This is a perfect example. Look at this chart. This is a perfect example of how altcoins move. Looking at Hex. I mean, it's just like it looks like when you zoom out and look at the chart on a lot of these altcoins over a 3 or 4 year period, it just looks like a mountain. It looks like I climbed the mountain, I'm dumping them, I'm going down the mountain. Now I'm climbing the mountain, going down. That's how it always works. Unless you're in some scam project like Luna or UST that, all your favorite YouTubers were shilling to you, this is how all these altcoins drop 99% in the bear market, and then they recover. And your goal is simply to buy as low as possible. Okay, you bought most of your Hex after it dropped 85%, and then Hex ended up dropping 95% or 99%. It doesn't really matter in the end. You're never going to get the bottom. You're never going to get the top. If you guys are in crypto right now and you think you're going to sell the top in next year or the year after, it's not going to happen. You're going to miss the top and you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass, but you're not going to be kicking yourself in the ass when you look back a year later and be like, wow, I'm glad I sold because everything's down 99%. It's an emotional game. The only thing that as of right now, I think that could hamper the Bitcoin bull run, and not just Bitcoin, traditional markets as well, is World War III. I think if we go into a World War III, it's not going to be like nuclear holocaust type World War III. I think it's going to be like a lot of skirmishes over the Middle East. I think you're going to see like United States, NATO, getting in confrontations with Iranian jets, Russian jets, Chinese jets, and that's essentially will be World War III. I don't think it's going to be like a ground war in the United States because the minute you invade the United States, we just nuke the hell out of you. And the same with Russia. Like if we decide to invade Russia, they would just nuke us. So it's going to be a lot of skirmishes. And they're going to call that World War III. And initially, that's going to basically tank the markets. That's like another black swan event. That would delay the bull run. I mean, can't argue with that. But other than World War III, which who knows if that's going to happen, I'd say it's like a 50-50 shot the way things are going right now. But other than that, everything we talked about on this channel from the first day I made this channel, my first video a year and a half ago, just saying, guys, just start accumulating for the next bull market, has come true. Everything. I told you guys that the Bitcoin ETF, a year ago, I told you guys the Bitcoin ETF will probably be going into the next bull run. And I said the timing is perfect. I said this over a year ago, and now everybody right now is talking about a Bitcoin ETF within the next few months. So am I all that smart? Not really. It's just common sense at this point. All right, what else is going on? Another big stock we were talking about is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy and Coinbase. MicroStrategy positioned now in profit as Bitcoin is above 30,000. So basically, everybody was making fun of Michael Saylor a few months ago. Oh, he made such a bad move buying Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. Well, now he's in profit. He's not in profit by a lot, but what you're seeing right now is a lot of people are going to look at what MicroStrategy did and Michael Saylor did, and they're going to be getting into Bitcoin as well, because once, like MicroStrategy, like I always told you guys, like Michael Saylor, while he tells you guys he's holding Bitcoin forever and he's going to be a Bitcoin maxi or whatever, once Bitcoin hits $100,000, he's unloading 70-80% of his Bitcoin, and he's going to have like billions of dollars in Bitcoin or billions of dollars in cash at that point. So one thing you have to understand is all these whales who tell you they're like holding forever, and then like, okay, then you see them buying like $1 billion mansion or they buy a yacht. What money do you think they're getting that from? They're selling their crypto. Nobody holds this stuff forever. Only the dumbest of the dumb hold their crypto going into the next bear market. Everybody sells. All the smart money sells. So I actually think one of the catalysts for going into the bear market, next bear market in about 2 years, is going to be Michael Saylor dumping a lot of his Bitcoin. So mark this video. But we have a ways to go for that one. You know, everybody loves Gareth Soloway. I think he's interesting, but I think he's no different than anybody else pulling predictions out of their ass. Like I always say, Gareth Soloway was talking about a $3,000 Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was at $15,000, he was basically saying, guaranteed we're going down to $8,000. A buddy of mine paid for his course about 2 years ago. I don't really talk to this guy anymore because like he just was annoying me. I could just tell he wasn't going to make any money in crypto. Like if I can see in your eyes that you're just gonna like make a lot of mistakes in crypto, I don't really want to be around you because it's like negative energy and it brings me down. But he was sending me Gareth Soloway's calls, and thanks, man, for sending me to me. But Gareth Soloway was trading Luna all the way to zero. He kept going in and in and in. And on this channel, we're like, Luna's a scam. It's going to zero. UST's a scam. And Gareth Soloway, who's supposed to be some expert trader, is like trading it to zero. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how is this guy an expert trader? So, but everybody loves Gareth Soloway. They love his cause. He's talking about a Cardano breakout, so I got to cover it. A potential breakout on Cardano out of a long-term wedge, beaten down and due for a bounce. First minor resistance at 27. It looks like we're going to be hitting 27 pretty soon. Then 30. Doesn't mean a bottom is in. We don't know that yet. But we should give some a short-term relief in the bear market. So even Gareth Soloway now is calling for a Cardano breakout above 30 cents. So, which is really rare for him because he's not a big Cardano guy. There's another Cardano story, if I can get the damn thing to work. All right, Cardano price gains tractions. Can whale investors maintain this $30 million strategy? Cardano price has hit 14-day peak of 27 on Monday. So we did hit 27 cents today. That's pretty cool. As a crypto market bull rally spread toward meg cap altcoins, Cardano whales have recently bucked their 90-day consolidation phase, bringing their balance above 2.3 or 20.3 billion Cardano for the first time since 2023. As we've been saying on this channel for the last year, whales are like accumulating the fuck out of Cardano. I mean, that's like what they're buying. Bullish traders have mounted orders to buy another 250 million Cardano, according to the latest aggregated data from 10 crypto exchanges. So what you're going to see happen with Cardano is once it gets out of this range, once it goes above 30 cents, 35 cents, and that momentum comes back in, everybody's going to be jumping back into Cardano. It's like a no-brainer at this time. See, right now, the hype, the pump and dump hype is around Solana, which I've been telling you guys, like last bull market when everybody was in Solana, the Solana was like crashing like every week. It was like a failed blockchain. Now it came out, half those crashes were from Sam Bankman-Fried just shutting down the blockchain because he didn't want people, he wanted to manipulate the price. And it turns out that FTX bankruptcy estate stakes, they're staking $150 million to Solana. So that whole FTX thing controlled by like the arbiter or whoever he is, who's basically in charge of everything that FTX owned, there's a lot of Solana in there. And there's a lot of big whales and manipulators behind Solana. You know, Crypto Rand Nooner is one of the biggest pumpers of Solana. He was also one of the biggest pumpers of Luna. And now he's like 100% Solana. I just urge people to be very careful with Solana. And that's one reason I didn't get into it. I got into XRP instead, and of course you guys know I'm into Cardano. I really feel like right now the whales are trying to play games with Solana. They might pump it even further, but at some point, whether it's $40, $50, $30, $100, I don't think it's going to get to $100, but $30, $40, I think the whales right now who are holding a tremendous amount of Solana. And this time last year, those whales were like, it's over. We're going to take this Solana as a loss because Sam Bankman-Fried was the main pumper. The reason Solana made it to $200 last bull market was because Sam Bankman-Fried was manipulating it. This bull market, you don't have Sam Bankman-Fried manipulating it. So it's just going to be guys like YouTubers manipulating it. Yeah, it could get to $100, $150. But my thing is, there's a lot of whales. There's a lot of venture capitalists in Solana, and not to mention the people who run Solana are very used car salesmen, sleazy guys, and I think there's a certain price in their head where they're going to dump it all on you, and it's probably, you know, between $50 and $100. But guys, all I'm saying with Solana is once you make some profits on it, just start taking some out. Like even if it's just half. Like if Solana makes it, say Solana hits $45 in a month, and you bought it like $15. Sell half your Solana. And that should be said for any coin, but especially Solana. Guys, I don't trust it any further than I can throw it. You know, Solana is one of the most sketchy coins. It's a great pump and dumper. I agree. I've been saying that ever since I've been talking about Solana on this channel. I said it's a good pump and dumper. You can't argue with that. But at some point, it's going to dump real, real hard. And I think the next time Solana dumps, it's going to be all the whales, venture capitalists getting out of Solana, and I just don't think it's going to be too good. So I would be really careful around Solana. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Not too much else. I found Coinbase poised to make final pitch and bid to kill SEC accusations. As you guys know, SEC has really been on a losing streak for the last year, which this time last year, who would have predicted that the SEC would have lost like almost all of their cases regarding crypto? So I think what we're going to see is, you know, the SEC is kind of targeting Coinbase for, I forget what, staking or something like that. I think once this Coinbase case finally gets resolved, I think that's going to really be like the final nail in the coffin for the SEC and Gary Gensler. And I think that's also going to trigger the next bull market. Like I said, it's really interesting how all the timing works out. You know, like I said, last year I was talking about, okay, Bitcoin ETF's probably going to come out right before the next halving. Now it looks like that's what's going to happen. Now you see all these SEC cases getting clobbered. They're losing, and all of it's happening like 6 months before the halving. It's almost like, is this coordinated? Like, did Gary Gensler know he was going to lose all these cases? Is he just trying to like pump the market? Like, did he basically just come out and try to dump the market so people could buy, and now all these cases are going to shit and now the market's going to pump? I don't know. But all I can say, guys, is everything is going according to plan by the thousands. Everything we've been saying on this channel a year and a half ago, it's not like, oh, like, it's kind of going to plan. Okay, well, that happened, but that didn't happen. Okay, well, we're still on track. No. The plan has gone 100%. Nothing we've said on this channel has altered at all. I mean, really, we called everything on this channel. We called the FTX crash. We called UST going to zero. We called Luna going to zero. You could, if you're new to this channel, find my videos. Type in Luna under the search. I was begging people not to buy Luna 2 months before it crashed. On this channel, when George from Cryptos R Us was telling you to get into BlockFi and Celsius, I was begging you. On this channel, you can find my videos. Don't get into BlockFi and Celsius. It's all going to zero. So I think on this channel, by not being a shill channel and basically calling it straight up, you know, I think we're going to do really well on this channel. I know I'm going to do really well as far as making money next bull market. Like I said, the only thing that can kill it is World War III. But even that will probably be like a temporary like stalling out of the next bull run. But as of right now, we're 5-6 months from the halving. Yes, Bitcoin and crypto is going to be extremely volatile for the next 6 months. Oh, we're over $31,000 now for Bitcoin, guys. Remember, 6 months ago, Gareth Soloway's telling you 3,000, 10,000. I'm telling you guys at 15, 16,000, load up on your Bitcoin. That's what we did on this channel. Doesn't mean we're not going to drop back under 30,000 again. It doesn't mean we're not going to go back down to 28,000, but I don't think we're going to go much lower than that. The bull run has started. This is not just a pump in Bitcoin, guys. This isn't like, oh, Bitcoin's pumping, but all coins are. No, this is an overall bullishness in the market. You love it or hate it, Solana's up 20, 30% over the last week. Cardano's up like 10, 15% at this point, almost 27 cents. Everything's rocking and rolling. Link's up 8%. You're seeing altcoins outperforming Bitcoin. This is the start of the bull run. It's the early start. We're not in the bull run really, but it's like we're getting that early volatility before the halving. And it's going to be volatile. We might see Bitcoin go up to $35,000, then back down to $29,000. It's going to be volatile. But guys, if you're not getting into crypto right now, or you haven't been getting into crypto, you're going to miss this bull market. I'm telling you guys, you still got a lot of time. Cardano is basically still at its lows, 26 cents, 27 cents. You still have time. Litecoin was just at $100 a few months ago. Now it's at $66. You could have gotten it for $62 last week. Let's go down to Theta. You know, Theta, it pains me to look at the price of Theta, even though I know Theta is going to be $10, $15 next bull market. Where the hell is Theta? Oh, there's it. 62 cents for Theta. I mean, this is going to be a $10 coin this time next year, Theta. You still have your shot, guys. You haven't missed the gravy train yet, but eventually you're going to miss it. And you're going to be chasing. And once you start chasing these coins, you know you lost. Like if you ever are in a position where like, oh my God, it's going up, I got to buy it. If you ever say that to yourself, you are the dumb money. You're the loser. Don't do it. Buy your altcoins now before we go into that major bull market, because like when I sell my altcoins next year and I sell my Cardano, when I start going out of Cardano at $2, $3, I'm going to be selling to dumb money. I know you're out there. I know you're watching my channel. I know there's people out there. If you buy my Cardano at anything over $1.50, you are the definition of dumb money. Same if you buy my Litecoin anything over $500, you're dumb. This is when you buy. You still have a chance. But in the coming months, you're not going to have a chance anymore. All right, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.